Hey everybody, WannaWeasem here, 1:18 a.m. Monday morning, May 19th, 2014. Had a complicated decision here. I want my Dark Blast Zone to have the best upgrade paths, top and bottom possible. Problem is, I don't know what those are until I've taken them. It's a total crapshoot. What I would lean towards is Reaction Satisfaction and Temperatures Rising for him. That's kind of a really big crapshoot up top. I could see both of them being really good. Thing is, I have the extra Blast Zone, regular Blast Zone from the Xbox One starter pack. So I figure why not get him off the Power-A Skylands real quick, get him some cash with the Wrecking Ball trick. Popthorn trick. Might have said Wrecking Ball in the other video now that I think about it. But what I just did, I took Temperatures Rising. I actually do like that when Fuel Injected hits a little harder down low, but I've covered that. I'll have it on the Wisdom.com post for you. What I'm going to do now, this is that same Xbox One guy. I'm going to take him down Reaction Satisfaction, and then I'll bring out my regular Wii U Blast Zone, take him down the Ignition path, and then for the grand finale, Dark Blast Zone will just be one massive upgrade session. So that said, we're going to get this done as quick as we can. Ignition, infuse bombs with fire. Flaming bombs do more damage to enemies. Now, I think the way that's going to work, you're going to have to use your tertiary attack, the flame breath, and then you're going to have to throw the bombs through that. This is a bit more direct, and more importantly to me, the bombs, even without anything, base upgrade or not, I feel like 28 to 42 is plenty salty, particularly with the rapid fire ability he has. That to me means that flame breath, that is 8 to 12 damage, if I'm remembering correctly, could use some attention. That's where Reaction Satisfaction comes in. A lot of people go for the obvious thing, Ignition path in this case. Reaction Satisfaction not as obvious, but oftentimes that winds up making a more well-rounded Skylander. That's my hopes for Dark Blast Zone. This guy gets to be the guinea pig, so we're going to take it. Gain an explosive wall of fire that will blast away all enemies. Plus, this is very reminiscent of the Column of Fire from Flameslinger. I always enjoyed that, so we're going to roll with it and see what happens. Do like the warning box. If you're unsure, watch my videos. Go to oneofweasem.com. You'll see the post all about Blast Zone with the spreadsheet, damage numbers, the whole 9 yards. So, that said, Ring of Fire is up first. All my prices with the 18 Wing Sapphire discount, just so you know. This runs $960. Creating a full circle with Flame Breath causes a massive explosion. This sounds very promising. Anytime explosion is preceded by the word massive, I tend to get excited. So, back out of here. We're gonna do these one at a time, they kind of overlap. So anyway, this is what that looks like.
Right on.
Nothing too crazy, I intentionally left that in a horseshoe shape because right now I'm going to make the circle. We're gonna take a look at it before we actually go get damage numbers. So here we go. Okay, that's cool. Thing is, okay, so interesting, watch this. I'm going to continue spinning, but it'll blow up one time right after it's completed, and then the subsequent circles will not blow up. So like right now I should have had another circle, explosion. That said, let's do a quick damage test here. There we go. I guess that dummy didn't want to get hit. But it's still doing the 8. Issue is it's like really rapid fire, and then of course it's going to burn for quite some time. Now, let's, I assume if I circle them here it'll get it. So, here we go. 40. The dummy, wow. That's getting all 3 of these guys. So I'm standing in the middle. The dummy right at the top of the screen, and then the dummy at the bottom of the screen, like the bottom corner. All this 3 in a row essentially. They all 3 take 40 damage, which, that's pretty cool, you gotta admit. There was our critical of 60, so, Ring of Fire, 40 to 60 on explosion. And of course, by that I'm implying that 8 to 12 is still there. there. So now we get to see what happens next. 40 to 60 is a pretty good place to start. So we'll cycle back over this way. What's Mr. Gorm got going for us now? Back to the top. Down here we have Ring Blast. Ring of Fire does increase damage in a larger area. Best of both worlds. We get the bigger area and the damage increase. So let's go ahead and buy that. Yeah, I might buy a Soul Gem too. That way we don't have to come back in here. Let's check it out. New armor enhancements allow 2 bombs to be thrown at once. Now, don't toy with me on the word armor. I'm a huge armor person. If that bumps his armor up +8 again, that'll be killer. But 2 bombs at once, that's probably better than either one of these paths. Let's just go ahead and buy that. Luckily, you know, it's not going to interfere at all with Ring Blast, so no concerns there. Let me back out of here. His armor's 32 still, so it's just the +8 the bottom end upgrade, I guess. Anyway, let's stick to what we have, which that's going to be right now Ring Blast. I'm going to come back over here. Actually, I'm going to spit fire at this guy. He just doesn't want to get it. I don't understand it. So that's still 8 to 12, you know. Still burns quite some time. Now, that fire will go out. Here we go. Moment of truth. Oh wow, we got 4 of them. And I think 60 is the new number. That means 90. It's going to be crazy. That is insane. Let's see if I can center this a little better and get all. We're still getting 4. I think if you played around with this enough, you could possibly get all 5. Don't worry about that. But we can get 4, and that's pretty good as is. So 60 to 90. That is crazy. 60 to 90 on Explosion. I would have been right again. So, granted, I haven't seen Ignition Path, but I feel like Reaction Satisfaction would have been just fine for me. Now, the thing that's crazy, we got a bomb party to check out right now. So, it didn't specify us having to do anything. So let me just, before we get damage numbers, just take a look over here. We'll face that dude. Oh wow. That's something that's severely going to be underappreciated by pretty much everyone. Where we left off, box stock, they were 28 to 42. Again, to me, that is just fine. That is some impressive numbers in my opinion, particularly how quick he can throw them, which he can still luckily throw them that quickly. You can basically have 4 bombs cascading down at people. I don't understand why people haven't been clamoring more about Blast Zone. I really don't. It's very impressive to me. Now, Power Bombs upgraded it to 32 to 48, and then Sticky Bombs. Let's see what happens if we hold Y. Are we going to throw 2 or just 1? Okay, so that's still just 1. That's understandable though. So now, Moment of Truth. Are these going to do anything greater than 32? No, but that's crazy though. 32 to 48. I mean, that's 64 damage right there. 64. And then you can just fire them off like crazy, you know? So, jeez. Throw 2 bombs at once, I guess. And then I'll just put the 32 to 48, so we'll be sure that it's the same damage there. So, I'm super impressed with Reaction Satisfaction. That's what I will. Unless Ignition Path turns out to be insanely awesome, this is what I will take for Dark Blast Zone. He will be Reaction Satisfaction with Temperatures Rising. That said, I'll go ahead and this video is wrapped up. Like I said, when I don't have to go to an arena challenge or there's not like moves on top of moves, you know, really complex sequences, I can crank these out even with the way I do things. They're like 10-minute videos, so that's one of the perks of like the 5-video format. Take the link at the top of the video description box to oneofweezem.com. The post will be dedicated to Blast Zone. You'll see a video for his base upgrades. You'll see 1 video for each path, in this case Ignition, Reaction Satisfaction, Fuel Injected, Temperatures Rising, and you'll see my spreadsheet which outlines the damage numbers in simple, easy to understand format for you. That said, I'm going to come in and get my Wii U starter pack Blast Zone back on the portal, take him down Ignition, make sure that's the path I want, and then I will do Dark Blast Zone. It's kind of like the grand finale. His will be an all-encompassing video, but to me, he's a special character. It's important to go ahead and document him as such. So that said, thanks for watching. Make sure you're subscribed. That'll keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, thanks for watching, and I'm going off for the ignition path.